Okay, well, we should be live. Maybe. Yes, it says we are live.
I'm alive.
There we
Yep.
go. Okay, trying out a new game tonight. It's called Nightstalkers. It's about a 12-page, very minimal pulp horror game by Farsight Games. It is, should be fun. We're going to go through the whole character creation process, and I've got a one-page adventure we are just going to go through to kind of kick the tires.
First of all, we were given false advertisement. We were told 8 pages because double digits scares us.
12 pages were like a minimal adventure at the end, which we're not using. So, 8 pages of rules. Okay, so open up a character sheet.
Can do.
Done.
All right.
And you are going to find, I'm going to use the one called testing. So hopefully nobody grabbed that one.
All right. I'm using the one that's still labeled copy.
I'm using mine.
Okay. So there are no attributes in this game. There are just skills, and they are agility, charisma, close combat, drive, knowledge, medicine, perception, range combat, strength, and subterfuge. HP and sanity leave out for now. But what you're going to do is take the numbers 2 through 11 and assign them to those skills.
So they're going to current or max?
I'll go into current.
For the dice roll.
It doesn't really matter. I didn't set up it doesn't pull the name for the dice roller. And so, of course, the higher the number that you place in the skill, the easier it is to make the roll.
I have no idea what kind of character I want to play. I don't know what my number is.
We are going to play in the Ghost Begone universe. So if you want to remake the last characters you played, go right ahead.
I'm afraid my knowledge of the Ghost Begone universe has begun.
I think I played a sound mixer.
I think you played a janitor turned Ghostbuster, Richard, last time.
No, that was
me. I'm the
that was you.
Okay.
I'm Scruffy.
Impression. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm the janitor of the building, and they just have to take me along because I'm around.
I think I was a Chinese delivery guy or something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I turned up and they just went, "Here, you got a job." But yeah,
we got the Asian restaurant below the Ghost Begone facilities that's ran by Chochos.
Oh yes.
Do we want to collectively go through them and like bid on who wants to be good at what?
Go right ahead if you'd like. Yeah. So
Let's
the standard roll to succeed at something is we're going to use a D12. I also like the game because it uses the oft maligned D12, or at least forgotten about D12. And the target number is a 13 to succeed.
Is that plus your stat and then the D12 roll?
Yep. Stat plus the D12 roll. 13 is a success. Of course, it might be made higher depending on a difficulty of the situation. And when you're doing a versus test, its highest number wins.
All right. So who wants to be good at agility?
I've already got my character done.
All right. How good is your character at agility?
Very, very good.
Very, very good. I will take moderately high. I'm going to put an 8 there. Charisma. Jameis, if you've already got yours finished, you good at that?
No.
You want to be the talky person, Richard?
I'll talk our way out of things.
All right.
Basically, I'm a melee character. I'm a melee build.
All right. I'll put a 7. 8, 7. Close combat. How are you on close combat, Jameis?
The best you can be.
You are a ninja. Got it.
You are creating Hong Kong Fooey, aren't you?
Well, I've got my mop. I take my mop with me.
Nice. I got no problems with that. That'll be fun.
No, it's more modern on Scruffy from Fisherama, but effectively, combat-wise, Hong Kong Fooey.
If you are the best, then I will be the worst. I will take a 2.
Okay.
Drive. How are you at driving?
Did someone listen to the stream?
James, you want to be good at Richard, you
Someone's
want to
got the
be
stream open.
Oh, are you hearing the music louder through it?
I've got the stream open.
Oh, you do.
yeah,
Yes.
well, there you go. You
You
do.
were right. Somebody did have it open.
Yeah, naughty person. Don't do that again.
All right, drive. I will be terrible at driving as well.
Yay! Nobody can drive.
I'll be
Yay.
nobody. Oh, nobody can drive.
I
let
mean,
me-
Oh.
come on. It doesn't matter if nobody can drive.
nobody
At some
can
point,
drive.
it is fun to have nobody being able to do a particular thing.
Well, that just means we just don't get any. We just make sure we don't get involved in any
You
driving.
know what?
laws.
I will be an outright doctor. I am a doctor. I have an 11 in
No.
medicine. There we
You
go.
can be.
Okay.
You can have the brilliant voice in this time. Yes.
Who was it? Was it Nick's character that was Dr. Botswana?
No.
Pete.
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 Pete. Okay. Yeah.
Pete did Dr. Botswana.
Okay, I got my 11, 10, 9, 8, 7.
Nick was just purely his aspiration all the time.
Yes. Needs to come up with a name now, I guess.
Oh,
Six.
listen, I've got my name, so I'm going to just change it.
5. All right.
Well,
Reg-
once you've got those numbers assigned, your hit points is equal to 12 plus your strength score.
Oh no!
That's what you would do.
Ah. All right.
Time to get
If
stronger.
this number reaches 0, you're unconscious. If it falls below 0, you die, unless someone with medicine can successfully roll their initial within your initial strength score in rounds.
Good
So
thing
you've
you got a
up
doctor
to your
with you.
strength score to be treated.
Okay. Well.
Sanity starts at 0. It builds as you go insane.
Mm.
You get saner as it thing goes along. That's fine. Yep.
You
That
probably have
makes
to
sense.
roll under to go insane. Would probably be my guess.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you want to fail the roll, D12 plus sanity. So you definitely want that low.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do introductions and your characters then. Richard, who are you playing tonight?
I would have to have thought of a name for that. I really haven't thought of a
Yeah.
name. I am playing. I was going to say Mick Jagger. Yeah, all right. I'm called Mick Jagger. Why not? I'm nothing like that Mick Jagger, but you know, that is who I am playing.
You are not a
today.
1,000-year-old vampire. Okay.
No. I mean, I don't know anything about this world at the moment. So right now, Mick Jagger, the
Modern day.
Chinese delivery guy, for no reason.
Is anyone actually going to work for Ghost Be Gone?
Oh, if we're doing Ghost Be Gone, aren't we? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Which basically it's just an excuse to have everyone together for a team to go and do something.
Cool. Yeah.
That's all it is.
General office body there. Then somebody
Yep.
who usually mans the phones.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
You want to be in charge?
That's perfect. Steven. Who do you got?
Dr. Vaquero, more colloquially known as Dr. Cowboy.
Dr. Cowboy to fit the icon. Perfect.
You just wanted to make the icon work. That's all it was.
Absolutely. I mean, wow. Could I not?
Hey,
I gotta work it
if the
somehow.
Stetson fits.
Nice.
Oh man, could have made him Stetson.
James, who you
change
got
First
tonight?
name Stetson. Stetson Vaquero. Doctor
Alright.
at your service.
James, who you got?
I'm Scruffy. I'm the janitor for the building. I'm on a break right now.
They occasionally send him out when they think that it's going to be a bad case because he's really efficient with smacking people with that broom. It's a thing. It's a thing.
I think it's just more that I'm just an extra person there to be around when they grab someone up. Okay, you're going. All of us get together. Boom.
Okay. Well, so we're going to start off this episode. You are at the Plimpton. It's a rundown, once luxury hotel. You had to stop here on your way back from a Ghost Be Gone case. Successfully billed, if not successfully executed, but successfully billed. And that's all that the money pushers care about. Stopping here at the Plimpton, your car kind of had some issues. You were able to get it to a mechanic, but he's not going to be able to get it on the road until late tomorrow. So Yeah, you're in this rundown hotel. You check in about 10 o'clock at night. There is precious in the way of other guests here. Oh, this is modern day for those listening, playing our Ghost Be Gone scenario, our Ghost Be Gone universe. You seem to be the only current people staying here. Again, this used to be a very lavish luxury hotel. It's just seen better days. Like maybe the money ran out and they weren't able to do cosmetic repairs. So things, the carpet's a little threadbare. Not all the lines lie. Man, my vocabulary not working today. Not all the lights work. Place has a general smell to it. Not a bad smell, just a smell. A noticeable smell.
Still has CRT televisions in the room?
No, they've got flat screens. They just don't work for the most part.
Ah.
So you have met a few folks that are here. Taylor Knott introduced himself very enthusiastically as the hotel detective. If you have any problems, he'd like you to let him know right away. He will get those things straightened out. Or at least you think that's what he said, because the hotel does have a very nice bar, and he was slurring his words pretty badly as he introduced himself. Mel Spade is the bartender who seems to have an inexhaustible resource and knowledge of how to make very interesting drinks from decades ago. Not really up on the moderns, but if you wanted old-fashioned, boy howdy, he can sling that to you. Robin Bishop, who is glad to take up all your interesting gear, and backpacks, and luggage to your rooms. Bellhop? Yeah.
No one touches Scruffy's milk but Scruffy.
Mm-hmm. And last, Brooke Davis, night clerk, desk clerk, seems to have a large collection of occultist books on the little shelf behind him. He is reading through Practical Witchcraft with a highlighter as you're walking in. He is, early 20-ish guy with half his hair shaven and lots of tattoos and what he probably thinks is Enochian, but really just says spoiled food in Chinese.
If only we had a Chinese delivery guy who would be able to understand that, but no. Sorry, I don't do it.
So you're stuck here until tomorrow afternoon. Your TV works, sort of. You get 3 channels, and they're all the pay-per-view channels. The bar's nice, and you were given a token for a free drink anyway, and that's where you find yourself. You're at the bar, turning in your free drink. Unfortunately, you came in late enough that you can't get a meal, but, Mel is happy to turn on the deep fryer and make a few appetizers for you anyway.
What do you need a meal for when you can have a couple fingers of scotch?
Scotch neat, coming right up, sir. Would you like a shot of vermouth in there?
So long as the volume keeps going up.
Right on, sir. He expertly pours you 2 fingers worth and puts it out. They've actually got a pretty good supply of liquor bottles on the shelf. It concerns you a little bit that he has to wipe the dust off them. But, top shelf brands.
All right, that'll be my dinner. What are you boys having?
I'll have that blue bottle, and I don't know. You got a packet of peanuts? You got any snacks from the bar? No.
Yeah, he pulls off a package of Planters cashews off of a little stand behind him, tosses it over to you.
I guess that'll do. Yes, see me through at least. And whatever's in that blue bottle.
Oh, Bombay gin.
All right. Bombay bottoms up. No, I don't know. I can't do a joke.
Throws
there.
A couple of olives in it and a little shot of bitters. He says, "Here, you'll like it this way. Here you go. Right. Anyone appetizers? No, I've got some potato skins. I got some. I think we've got some fried cheese back there, mozzarella sticks. I could do fried ravioli. No. All right.
Given
Well,
how
here.
given how
Chips.
dusty the bottles were, I don't trust the food. Sorry, man.
He does have packaged chips, which he'll throw a few out on the bar as well. He was watching a boxing match on TV. You know that it's notice it's pre-recorded VHS that he's playing back.
Son, do you know the leading cause of heart disease in this country is greasy food?
Having a heart?
Right. And therefore, of course, I will have those potato skins
Okay,
with
yes,
extra
sir.
cheese.
He writes out a ticket and says, "I'll hand this right to the Oh, that's me. I'll be right back, sir." Heads in.
Now, who do we have on screen here? I'm throwing up their dukes.
Right. The little card on the screen, the little ticker tape across the bottom says Oz Chase. It's a documentary. It's going into the whatever happened to Oz was a up and coming fisticuffs champion, was terrible alcoholic. And it just goes through how bad his life became after becoming the champ. And it's just an old film, or old VHS, probably from the 80s or so. As you guys are drinking your drinks, absorbing the atmosphere such that it is, you hear the doors swing open and two loud folks come in, and they're carrying some interesting luggage. One of them has like a very large kind of a old like carpet bag style suitcase, and the other one's got like a rolled up carpet slung over his very broad shoulders. The ends of the carpet have been tied up, and it's oddly bulky. And they're trying to negotiate rates for a better room.
Wow.
Well, that's no business of mine unless he throws out his back and needs some painkillers. I mean, is the carpet dripping on the floor?
Nope.
I mean, that's the only thing that might get scruffy on the set.
Somewhere Scruffy got himself a copy of Zero G Jugs and is just slowly thumbing through it.
All right. By the time they've negotiated for a room that has a working TV and hot water, which is on the same floor as yours, it seems to be the hot water tanks on the 5th floor are working just fine.
The
they are
audacity
lodged.
of choosing rooms near ours.
They are lodged in room 505. You're in 510. Your potato skins are brought up. They look pretty good, actually. He's gone through the trouble of grating a little bit of green onion on top and sour cream and found some bacon somewhere. Puts them out in front of you.
You've gone above and beyond, bartend, whose name I do not recall, nor will I recognize as I eat some down.
Okay.
Don't worry, Null Spade. I know your name.
So the hotel detective, Mr. Knott, comes in to get a refill in his flask. Everything all right with you boys? No troubles?
Just knocking back dinner here. Take a few more potato skins, finish off my glass, and it's almost time for me to head in. I'm old.
I'm just getting a coffee refill. He hands his flask over to the bartender.
Look to see what bottle the coffee comes from.
He's a bourbon man.
Right. Well,
bourbon coffee. At least it's coffee flavored according to the label. Okay.
All right. Well, can just out of interest, can we get reception on our phones here?
Yes, phone's working fine.
Okay.
Is my beeper working?
Your beeper? You don't know. Someone has to actually call you to find out, but it says it has signal.
Good. Nobody's calling me. Get some
Nobody
sleep
is
tonight.
calling you. Okay.
Oh, Dr. Cowboy needs to take off his boots.
Hmm.
And I, amble my way up the stairs to my room. Spurs jingling because, of course, I have spurs.
Thinking about it, and the organization we're with, we're sharing a room, aren't we? We're all sharing a room.
Yes, you are. You're all sharing a room. It's
And
one of the
that's
reasons why you're in this hotel.
That's why I'm getting there first, choosing the bed space.
Mhm.
The first one to sleep doesn't get to be waking up by everyone else who's snoring. See, that's the rule. That is the rule. Ironclad. So as you guys are, eating what little he's able to bring up for you, enjoying some remarkably good drinks, though. Right around 11:40 or so, another person comes in. A woman wearing like a lot of clothing for the weather. It's kind of odd. Has a very thick coat on, has got like a thick fur cap on, mittens on. She's also carrying a carpet bag that looks remarkably like the one the other guy was carrying. Different pattern, more of a tweed. But yeah, another oversized carpet bag. How long has it been since you've actually seen a carpet bag? Never. That's how long.
I look at the state of our equipment, which probably carried in carpet bags as well.
Oh man, that's vintage. That costs money.
Yeah, that's true.
Yours is nice aerodynamic plastic.
Our carpet bag has got a bit of carpet just sort of bent it up. And
Yeah. All right. You hear she is on the next floor up, 6th floor. Didn't try to bargain after being told the litany of things that didn't work, like the TV not working, like the hot water was intermittent. Took the lower price and took the 6th floor room. 610.
So right above ours.
I was going to say, we can tunnel up into her room if we want to.
I'm kind of surprised at this rate that this hotel has at least 5 and 6 floors.
Yeah.
Good old
I suppose we
hotel.
caught a name off of any of the guests who have been checking in, have we?
Yeah. If you were, I tell you what, let's find out if you were listening. We'll have the first roll of the game, Richard. Make me a perception roll. So it's a D12 plus whatever you have in perception.
What is
13 is the target number.
Oh, I'm pretty perceptive. Oh,
Okay.
I will roll and add a 9 to this, which I had to do. So a 20.
Okay. Yeah, you caught the names. The two guys that came in earlier were probably given not real names, as one was named John, the other one was named Lennon.
That seems like a perfectly real name to me.
Last names, thank you.
Yeah. And
the
supposed lady?
The woman had an interesting name. It sounded very foreign, indistinctly so. Offlin Bahard, you think is what she said. But the clerk had to ask her to spell it out. So Offlin, Oflyn, Bahard, Baharad.
Paying attention to none of this.
Yeah, you've already gone upstairs.
I'm vaguely curious. I study people stuff. That's I'm the receptionist at the place, so I'm usually answering the phones, getting people's names and stuff. I'm gonna Google the names if I can on my phone.
Oh,
of her at the very least. Maybe
I was gonna say, well, John and Lennon come up with thousands of.
Maybe even the house detective as well, just to see see if he's got a thing there, Taylor Knott.
Oh yeah. So the house detective actually comes up. Well, he was the disgraced police commissioner of this town. Lost his job because he was found planting drugs on some kids that were passing through. That just happened to understand how to film with their cell phones, which he hadn't worked out yet.
Darn those kids on bikes.
Yeah, so finding headlines about him in the local magazine Morgue Online was easy enough to do. Woman's a little bit harder, so you're gonna have to dig a little bit on this one. So why don't you make me a knowledge check to know your ins and outs of how to do a properly formed search for information that's not easily had.
All right, I will roll a die, and 15.
Ooh.
I'm not doing too badly this time. Yeah.
That would do it. The only thing that you find is that there is a reference on one of these rating sites that this person's name, because it is an unusual name, made a complaint about her 200-year-old book having a musty smell, giving the bookstore a 3-star rating.
So she
And the
complained
book-
about a bookshop that
Three-
smelled.
There was a very old book having a musty smell, 3 stars. The book was a German treatise on demonology.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all you're able to dig up.
Does it happen to say what the name of the book is?
Yes, if I can.
I'm gonna find out the name, and then the object is to wander over to Brooke Davis, the night clerk, and say, "Hey, you don't happen to have a copy of this, do you? You might have a more modern printing that doesn't stink."
Oh man, I'm trying to think of the name of it. There actually is. This book exists.
So I'm not talking about like.
All right, I don't want to look it up just yet. So yeah, you asked the clerk. It's like, oh well, no, that's a really expensive book. I'd love to get my hands on that. Are you selling one? I mean, I don't have a lot of cash, but I can hook you up with a few things.
No. I just wondered if you had a copy. I needed some light reading for going to sleep tonight. Yep.
Oh, hey, that's really an odd book to light reading. Yeah, you know what it is, right? It gives all the names of the chief powers of hell and how many legions they control and what sacrifice to them can do for you. Interesting light reading book.
Know thy enemy, and all that. I pull out a card for Ghost Begone and give it to him. I'm in the business, so,
Hey, you're that cut rate ghost hunting team I keep hearing about that gets litigation all the time because you destroy lots of property. Cool.
That's us. Do you have any property you need destroyed? Do you like
Kinda
working
looks
here?
around. Oh yeah, it's actually a really easy job, and let me tell you, I do a brisk trade in drugs on this special acquisitions for certain folks on the side.
Okay, I'll bear that in mind. Should we need any acquisitions this evening?
Oh, yeah, right on. If you came across a copy of that book, man, we can make out some kind of deal.
I mean, there might be one in this hotel somewhere. I don't know. We'll find out. Hey.
Oh, okay. He goes back to highlighting his book on practical witchcraft now. All right. So at some point, your doctor's already gone upstairs and probably claimed the biggest bed. But your Ghost Begone, while frugal with accommodations they provide to their team members, are not unaware of needs. And so, of course, you were booked into a room that had 2 double-sized beds. So, assuming the doctor doesn't sprawl across the entirety of one, there's at least one other bed up there.
It's all right. Scruffy knows his place. I plan on staying down here for the entire. Just
You stay there through the night, okay?
Just sitting there reading the magazine.
Okay. In which case, the bartender needs to close up for the night, but he says, "Hey, I don't mind. Whatever you've been drinking, he'll leave the bottle out. Just put it on the tab that is connected to a credit card going to Ghost Begone. Leaves you a few bags of peanuts and chips, and gives you the remote control and a key to the VHS library." Why don't you go ahead and make me a perception check while you're staying in the bar?
Let's see. Ooh, I failed to perceive anything.
Okay. First fail of the game.
Ooh.
Right.
Do I get XP for
There's no. There is some sound of someone coming up and down the stairs. You don't really pay any attention to it. You hear a back door somewhere open. Somebody's talking to the clerk at the front in low tones. Nothing special. Goes back up. Come around midnight. I'm going to have... Okay, so Richard and Steven, let's have your characters make perception rolls because you're the ones that are likely, possibly asleep.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Jameis, your character will absolutely hear this. There is a scream, muffled a bit.
Got a 15.
Okay.
That is a success.
Yeah, if you roll a
Yeah, I passed, but I can't remember what it was. So,
Okay.
there we go.
Everybody hears a scream. Those of you that are in the apartment room, the scream is almost directly above you. Jameis, you can't really tell. Just scream somewhere up top. The hotel detective had joined you at some point, and he's fast asleep in one of the chairs, hearing nothing.
All right. Well, I look around for the mop so that I can back on the ceiling to get them to stop screaming. Failing that, I guess.
You hit the ceiling above you, and something kind of wet and kind of sticky and foul smelling kind of drips out of the ceiling, kind of gloops onto the floor.
Ah, well. Hey, wake up! Wake up! Are you awake? I can't tell.
What?
Are you awake? What?
Yeah, I'm awake. I'm awake. What? Where's my hat?
I don't know. Is that it on your foot?
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
Right. Okay.
Good eyes. Good eyes.
Yeah. Something's coming down from up there. You know, just being us. I assume that it's obviously, ghost related or something, and they're going to have to make us do a freebie here or something.
Oh, man.
Or either that, or we got a crappy room. Either way, we need to see what it is and
The slimy
possibly
liquid
move out.
continues to drip until it's a fairly large pool, and the pool starts to move.
So,
It starts to solidify. And it
first
turns.
look. Not blood, right?
No, it's kind of clear and smells awful.
All right, just checking.
But it starts to solidify, and it turns into something that's got far too many legs or arms and tentacles that start whipping around. It is some kind of monstrosity that is just spawned from the goop that fell into your room. So here's how this works. Each of you roll a d6.
All right.
And that's how much sanity you're going to add to your sanity score.
Ah, boo.
Well done, Stephen. Well done. Oh no! What you say?
Oh, there it is. It took a while to show up for me.
No.
Oh
I'm
no!
glad you waited for that number.
The riders in the sky are here again.
Okay, so for the next, let's see. So however much you rolled, that's how many basically rounds that all of the rolls that you're going to make are at a negative for right now. And then once those number of rounds have passed, you're fine. That it's just you're shaken for that long. What did you roll on your D6, Richard?
1.
1. Okay, so you're not shaken very much at all. So for the next round or the next action, whatever you take is just add a -1 to the roll. Doc, what did you roll?
I had a 6.
Oh, okay. You
No.
are very shaken. Maybe it looks like an X that you thought you had.
I was about to
gotten rid of.
say, it's
Who
my
knows?
ex-wife all over again. Coming for more after the divorce.
It's the tentacles that remind you the most. So you for the next
the soul
6
sucking.
actions or 6 rounds, you are going to be at -6. and then after that, you just shake out of it.
Wow.
Yeah. Nothing else happens until your sanity gets over 12, and then fun things happen.
Well,
So
I'm
the next
halfway
roll for
there.
Stephen then.
So let's go ahead and start a round. I think we are now going to call for initiative for you guys in the room because you have a beastie in here looking for some fresh human meat.
I did think it was going to occur outside the room, which is why one of the reasons why I stayed outside. I didn't realize it was going to do that too. So I did think I was going to get involved straight away.
Okay, so all of you roll a d12 plus your agility score, and you will take actions highest to lowest. And my beastie also rolls.
Should I subtract the 6 from it now?
Not from initiative. Well, it doesn't. It says, oh, wait, hold on. Let me see if it says actually all skills or if it says, give me just a second. Sanity. Okay.
Well, let me make the roll, and then I'll subtract 6 if I need to.
When the character adds points to the sanity rating, all their skills are reduced by the score they are adding for a number of rounds equal to the score. All of their skills. Initiative is not a skill. Okay, you're good.
All right.
All right.
Okay, now I also need to roll for my beasties. My beasties have an agility of 4.
Beasties plural?
You'll find out.
Don't notice.
Okay, only an 8. So who got the highest? Looks like
Going down the list. Stephen, then
please.
Richard, then Bert.
Yeah.
In the order we
Okay,
rolled.
so how do you react? Your ex-wife is in the room. You're waking up out of that fugue state of you were just in a deep dream, and that's what you see this creature as.
Beretta, what are you doing here?
You swear it cackles the word alimony at you.
Oh, no. Help me, Nick. Help me. She's after my soul.
What do you do?
Cry plaintively. I thought I just did.
Okay. All right. Good enough. You.
I mean, if you like,
Go into
I'll roll
histrionics.
over off the bed and try to hide under it.
Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's one of these beds where they don't want to have to clean under the bed. So the bed's actually built on top of this platform. So there's really no under the bed. So you
I'm still
kind of
trying,
roll off
but
the
I'm
bed.
like,
Exactly. Richard, you said you were next.
Yeah. I kind of run over to the door and fling it open and shout out for Scruffy to come up.
Okay.
I mean, I know it's 6 floors, but I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Or just anybody else who's around. Maybe those two. With
As
the
you
carpet
open
as
your
well.
door, a door just down the hallway, one of the guys that came in tonight also throws his door open, and him and his friend start running for the stairs as one of these monsters leaps and bounds after them.
Ah! I shut the door.
Yep.
Safe
Shut
in
the
here
door.
with only one of them.
Okay, well, it has 2 targets. Let's see. It is going to attack. The doctor will be the odd number. So, there it goes. Nope. It'll attack your character, Richard.
I'm not the ex-husband. Don't attack me.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah. All right. So the way this works, in combat, let's see. It's an opposed roll. So you're going to roll a d12 plus your close combat skill. And it's going to roll its high number wins.
You've got the close combat expert in with you.
If only we'd had them. But,
I don't know.
I
How many
decided
people
to
into
stay
close combat.
away. But,
You could have put 10 or 11 into close combat for one.
I could have done, yes. I chose not to.
Joe's good enough.
Goes to die horribly.
Okay,
One
you win
low,
that
that's
round. 13/8. So you are going to apply damage to it. If you look in the handouts, I have put in some charts in there. One of them is damage by source. You are punching.
Am I? All
Or
right.
did you grab something?
Yes. No, I didn't.
Okay, so it's going to be a D2 plus your strength is how much damage you do to it.
All right. Well, be prepared for massive damage then.
Ooh.
What is my strength?
15 points. 15 points. 15 points.
Oh, 4.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
it looks
that's-
confused as you punch it right between its odd number of eyes.
Ah.
Dinner isn't supposed to fight back. Jameis, running down the stairs. 2 men that were carrying the oddly human-shaped carpet are running down, and something with lots of arms and legs and tentacles, vaguely frog-like, is chasing them down the stairs. Roll a d6. This is your first look at it.
Oh, I should have
5.
-1 off of that as well, shouldn't I? Defending.
Not the damage, but you still would have won the
Yeah.
contested roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so
5.
increase your sanity by 5, and you are going to be -5 on any ability checks here.
Scruffy
So
seems
it's your
to-
turn. What do you want to do?
Scruffy doesn't get involved, and Scruffy doesn't have to. No. In order to get something happening, I'll poke the house detective.
Oh, you poke the house detective.
Yeah.
Poke the house detective. He's not waking up at a poke.
With a broom? Poke with a broom. I'm poking him.
Okay, no, he's very drunk.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not waking up. Is that
Okay.
your action?
I don't know how many actions I can do.
Yeah, just
suppose-
so like okay, here we go. So a round is it's not that short. Give me a second here. I
Okay.
think it's 6 seconds long. Yeah, each
You
round
sure?
is 6 seconds long. So you can do a few things, but I think only one roll. So you poking him isn't really a roll if you want to do something
Okay.
else.
I'll get up and walk out, go out to the main lobby area where they're coming in just to see what's going on there.
Okay. So creature jumps on the last guy. Of course, it's the slowest guy that gets eaten. That's just how it works.
Mhm.
Yeah. So let's see here. Where's my creature? There's my creature. Close combat 7. You got a 9.
Nice.
He gets a 13. Actually, the guy turns around and just slides on what looks like a good solid set of brass knuckles and just pops the thing right in the mouth. D3 plus strength. Okay.
Jeez.
The creature looks a little stunned.
Yeah, that's why you don't get involved.
The other one runs out the front door as his friend
Does he open it
heroically. Yep.
Yeah.
Now the question is, do we re-roll initiative? It doesn't really say, so I'm going to say no. Let's just keep the same. Every action takes a round. So you goes first in each round. Each. Oh no, you do re-roll. Okay.
So you're going first each round.
See who
So
goes
I
first
assume
in a
James
round.
is
Yeah.
joining us in the initiatives as well now then.
Yes. So okay, everybody, go ahead and do your D12 plus agility.
Oh, plus agility. Okay. Oh,
Really
minus.
killing it
No,
on
you
these
said that.
initiatives.
And you're not at minuses for the initiative because it's
Wow. Yeah.
roll.
Wow.
Okay, it got a 14.
No.
Richard's at a 13. Scruffy's at an 18. Steven's at a 19.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's almost in order. Steven? You are now completely woken up. That is not your ex-wife.
You ain't Beretta. I've already had to deal with one soul-sucking, money-grubbing leech. You ain't nothing to be afraid of. As I stand up with trembling knees, giving way to my lie.
Mhm.
Let's see. I would like to try to fight back by throwing a pillow at it. You know,
Throwing a pillow at it. Okay.
something soft and comforting. So maybe it will lie down and take a nap.
Okay. Well, so ranged combat. You are going to do. Let's see. For ranged combat, you do your agility is what you use. Now you're still at minuses because
Wouldn't
for
it
the next few
be
rounds.
ranged combat?
Or sorry, you use ranged combat. It uses agility to defend against. That's it.
So I'm going to subtract 6 from my ranged combat and roll at a
Yes.
+3.
Wow.
Ooh, not great. Well, I mean, it's -6, so.
Oh, it deftly avoids the pillow, not wanting your comfort.
I imagine it just bounces off. Like, seriously,
All right,
dude.
Scuffy. So there is this beast this beast and this really burly man who's just armed himself with he's got brass knuckles slid over each of his knuckles, and he's got this kind of prize fighter pose, just facing off against it. What are you doing?
Scruffy doesn't like this thing. Sticking with him up. So melee weapon.
Sure.
Subtract 5 though. So
Yes, this will be the second round of you acting after the initial shock.
Not great. Roll low.
All right, its close combat is 7. I'll give you one more because there's another opponent in front of it as well. So let's call that a 10 for you.
I think it's going to matter. It's a low roll when it's got a pretty good.
It's got a 7.
Yeah, good chance it's not going to do anything. Yep.
12. Okay. No, so it's able to fend you off.
Yep. If it wasn't for that penalty, I would have smacked it.
Let me look at something here just quick. I want to see if
Harsh.
I want to see if the person doing the winning just avoids damage or if they do damage back. Let's see.
It's a good question.
Dice roll wins, reroll any ties. This also applies to combat. Uses a close combat skill. It doesn't say that the winner does damage on the other, so it looks like you're using it to avoid the damage instead of doing damage back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yes, it avoids you. Next person up, I think where the last slots are reversed, it goes. Yeah. So it's going to try and eat this guy in front of it, even though you've joined him, Scuffy. I'm going to... Scruffy. Scuffy. I don't know.
After that last attack, it's just a scuff.
So it's got a 7. I'm going to give him 1 since you're in there with him. Oh, yeah. Successfully defends against it. Now, the one in the room, however, since he's already engaged with your character, Richard, he's going to continue to go after you. So yeah,
I threw a pillow at him.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a
he's
pillow.
very dangerous.
It was a pillow. Okay, it got a 10.
And I'm
And
running
your
close
negative is
combat
over
on
with
it,
because you've already had an action, so you're no longer at any kind of negative.
Yeah, and it's close combat, isn't it? Not agility.
Close combat, yeah.
Yeah. He says, and then I know what that number is. Yeah, I do. Oh, it got me.
Yes, it did. Damage D6 plus strength.
D6. What?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's got a huge strength.
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay.
TPK.
Up in the air and belly flops on top of you for a stunning 11 points of damage.
The minimum it could.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, I'm still up, but not by much.
Don't worry, you know a doctor. I mean, it's probably true that I'm more of a veterinarian because Ghost Be Gone can't afford the
I
best.
mean,
what?
you have to
What are you
survive this as
rolling
well.
here, Bert? Where did D6 plus strength come from? Is it
That's
special for
just the
the
Because
damage
it's-
the creature does.
it's a-
Yeah,
yeah,
each
horrible
creature
thing.
has its own damage code.
Okay, cool. Makes it easy.
It wasn't just punching us; it was doing something else. Yeah.
Yep. In this case, it belly flopped on you with the mass of its body. So that's everyone.
No, I still get a
No, your
turn,
turn.
even though
Your
I was
turn.
belly
Yep.
flopped onto. You said this is a goopy mess of stuff, right?
It
very
was,
liquidy.
and then it formed into this. Yeah.
Right, but it's still liquidy, right?
See, sort of. It's got like a lot of surface tension. You can attest to that by the fact that it just crunched
just-
your bones by landing on you.
Yeah. All right.
Are
well,
you going to attack it with a sponge?
essentially, yes. I mean, we are up here with all of our stuff, so I want to open up our kit and grab out some salt
Oh,
and
nice.
then just throw it into the thing so that it absorbs like some of the stuff in there. So, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what that would
Yeah,
be.
sure. I tell you what. So we'll still call that melee since you're still in with it. But you grab your pack and just kind of hurl the box of salt at it. So yeah, go ahead and give me a close combat roll.
All right. Well, that's almost as good as I can do, but you know. How dare you roll the same as me?
Yeah.
All right.
Some of it does hit it as it passes. It goes. It just the camera watches the
Hogs
salt
over.
box as it flips end over the creature, hits the wall. Some of it does hit the creature, and you do see that the creature is very much agitated by it as it's trying to get those few grains of salt off of itself. As you see it bubble and hiss on the back of its on its back.
Right. It doesn't like salt. Do something about
Okay.
that. I'd say.
So it's a new initiative round.
Oh, re-rolling or yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we re-roll. Okay, they got a 14.
Plus agility 15.
9.
And 10. So it's going to be Scruffy. You're going first. You and this kind of a big, broad, muscular guy is going at this creature.
Try again. Yeah. We'll talk about it afterwards, but there's something else I to do with that sanity thing to make it a bit nicer. 13 versus his 18. Never
18.
mind.
I'm going to make yours a 14 for help. But
did.
yeah, no, it just. Oh, you did.
I did.
Okay.
I did. That
Kind
didn't
of
help.
shoves it off. So it's turn. Let's take care of the one that's in the room first. It's still in melee with your character, Richard. So it's still going after you.
No. I
I
mean,
thought Scruffy
So
was
close
defensive
combat
close
to
combat.
avoid any possible. Oh, it only rolled a 10.
you say only a 10. That's still probably enough. Well, I don't know. Nope.
Oh yeah, you're good.
It was
Mick
not enough.
Jagger continues to run around the room,
my God.
avoiding it.
You got to dance like Mick Jagger, Mick Jagger.
I was going to say, you can't get no satisfaction.
And I'm gonna let this other guy here take his turn against this creature too. Oh, he's not gonna do much against it. We'll call that a 9 with your help there, Scruffy. Nope. So it's just the dance of death continues. Doc, what are you doing?
I am going to try to catch that salt on the rebound and lob it at the creature again.
Okay. Well, you're gonna lob it. You're not in with it, so we'll call that a ranged attack for you. It will defend with agility.
Hopefully I roll well and it rolls poor because I got a hell of a disadvantage here.
Oh,
No!
It did not. Again, the box just arcs through the air over this creature's
I think
back.
I'm still fumbling trying to pick up the box. It's on the floor, and my knees don't bend so good anymore. They're bow-legged from riding a horse and everything.
Okay.
I lost the horse in
I
a
think
divorce.
yeah. Then she probably had it turned into sausage. Because spite. All right,
Right
let's
on.
initiative again.
Not in the slightest. I still haven't gone. Has James
Oh,
gone
I'm
this
sorry.
turn?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
James
don't
went at the
You
know.
went, did
beginning.
you?
You haven't gone.
It's
though.
just
Yeah, go
me
ahead.
again. Is it? Okay? I see
Yeah.
how this is.
I don't know if the um, guy with the knuckle dusters went or.
I did. He
Yeah,
missed.
he tried.
Okay. All right.
All right. All right. This time I'm gonna run out the door. This time.
Okay.
And I'm looking around for like the cleaning cart. There might be
Well,
one
there is
here. I
a
don't know
there
if
is
it will
a there's a janitor's closet at the end of the hole.
All right. Well, that is where I'm running to try and find something more absorbent or something that will disperse liquid or something like that.
Okay, yeah. You run to the door. It is locked. How do you want to get through the lock?
I
So subterfuge would be picking lock, but you could also just try to smash it with your strength.
I talk it open with my subterfuge. Hey, you're not locked. You know that, right? I subterfuge it open.
No. Unfortunately, the closet is not hooked up to Amazon Echo, and so you can't talk to the AI. But the
Or
22
can
certainly
he?
will open it.
Yep.
And there is, in fact, a cleaning cart with all kinds of solvents and cleaners and air fresheners, just all attached to it.
Yay. Well, that's trundling back towards our room again.
Okay. All right. I have already rolled my initiative. I got a very low roll. So you guys go ahead and roll yours.
It really doesn't matter because I can't hit.
How much longer can you not hit for? This is what, round 3, 4?
At the end of this round, you will be fined, Stephen. So no longer at penalties after this round.
This is round 4. I've been keeping count.
Yeah. Wait.
I
so
had a
4?
0 to 6.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
6
one
out of
round,
5. Sorry. Yeah.
and I'm one round behind the rest of behind Stephen, so we
So
should both be fine
the
at
two
the
of
same
them
will-
time. It just
Yeah.
takes a bit of time.
So, Scruffy, it's up to you.
I'll attempt to hit, and I'll do that minus that plus that minus that, taking into account that.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, you hit.
Whee!
Are you using your
And-
broom?
Oh, of course.
The
Always.
D3 plus your strength then.
Look at what my strength is. All right. No penalty? No, not for this.
Not
10
for the
points of
damage.
damage. Oh, low roll. On a D3.
Okay. However, it was hit by this other very strong-looking man with the brass knuckles on earlier. So it just kind of looks stunned for a minute as it's again an odd number of eyes, 3 of them kind of all cross, and it kind of drops and just turns into this very pungent-smelling puddle of goo. The guy with the brass knuckles kind of looks at you, looks down, and just runs out the door. Meanwhile, back in the room.
Well,
Doc,
I'm going
I think-
mono tentacle on this thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's attacking me, right?
No, it's your turn. It rolled really low for initiative. It's going last.
Oh, all right. Then I will try to flip a cover over it and, net it.
Okay. It would still count as close combat. Go ahead.
Oh no, close combat is. I am the worst at close combat.
Oh, you want to throw it? You want to throw it? Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Its agility is worse than its close combat anyway. So. There we go.
Well, I mean, that would have been a -4 on a D12.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have possibly succeeded at close combat because I'm the worst at close combat. Let's go.
Okay, you succeed. You hurl
Wow, I'm
the
impressed with
weighted
myself.
bed cover over the creature as it covers it. Okay, your turn, Richard.
All right. Well, I've got the cart full of whatever is
Yes.
there, so I find stuff to. Oh, I don't know.
Just crash the whole cart into him.
I could do, yeah. Yeah, why not?
I've
Just keep
got
pushing the
him
cart
pinned
straight
down
into it.
for you. Got threw a blanket over him.
I come into the room. I see that it's the goo monster or whatever it is has disappeared now. It's not there.
There's a blanket with a very bulky form beneath it. That's what you see.
Yeah, but this is the doctor. It could be hiding anything under there, for all I know. It could be a patient of his that is wants disposal.
Oh yes.
I ran the cart into it anyway to help him out.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. Since I liked throwing the blanket over it, I'm going to say it's blinded. So on your roll, I'm just going to say you just need to succeed. Just get a 13.
I assume this is close combat for ramming it in there, or is it drive?
It doesn't say drive.
Is your drive better?
No.
It's driving.
Yeah. Right. barely a success, but a success.
Okay, you ram it. I'm going to let you do. Roll me. Roll a d12 plus 6.
It's a rifle.
Apparently.
Wow, it's rifle damage. All right.
And then it takes 2 points suffocation damage and dies.
Yeah, maybe.
Very clever of you putting a shotgun on the cart.
Hey, I mean, maybe that's how they clean up guests in this house, in this hotel, who don't check out.
That's how they get rid of the bed bugs. They have to use
Nicely
shotguns.
done.
Nice. Okay. 17 points.
Solvents everywhere.
The mass beneath the bedcloth starts to bubble and hiss, and then it reduces in size as this kind of goop kind of spreads out from underneath the blanket. It seems like you have rendered it no longer corporeal.
All right. Well, I pat myself down. Found out I have several broken ribs and slumped to the ground.
Ow, 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 ow.
Doctor,
Okay,
give me the news.
We're out of initiative. The two guys ran out. The only person who was manning the desk is the same person who was still going over his occult books. Look at the guy running out, and then a few moments later, the other guy running out. He didn't see what was going on in the stairwell. He just shrugs. It's like, I got their credit card information. We can bill them.
For 2 nights.
And pay-per-view.
All right. I'm like, all right, Sonny. All right, Mick, let me take a look at those ribs. And I start poking him ungently, determining the nature of his damage. And like, yep, that's broken. See, when I poke here, you scream in pain. That high-pitched, yep, better aching you're doing, clear indication. Now, when I poke here and you go, oh, that tells me the location of the break. And I'm going to do basically nothing about this. All right, fine. Let me see if I got some tape.
Please.
So there's no rules on healing except if you are at 0 or less. Let me just make sure about that.
Like I said, I'm about to do basically nothing for this.
I mean, does that mean that the doctor has to poke me until I lose my remaining hit points in order to?
and then.
Yeah.
So what happens when you go under 0 is like you're just dying, and a successful medicine or first aid check keeps you from dying. It doesn't say how you get back hit points, however. If the score ever reaches 0, they fall unconscious. If it falls below 0, they die unless someone with a medicine skill makes a successful roll within their initial. Anyway, you're not dead or unconscious, so you're okay for now.
No, I'm not.
Well, Sonny, I'll give you the best medicine I got, and then I take like one of the mini whiskeys from the bar and hand it to him. I'll fix her right up. Now, let us see about getting a different room and/or getting on the clock because it's time to punch in. Either way.
Well, the room that the people ran out of is opened. It's on the same floor. You wouldn't have to move your stuff very far.
Let's check in there, see if there's a dead body.
Well, if you want to go into the room, the bed is. They also had 2 beds in the room. The carpet is gone, but the large bag is still there.
What sort of goodies do they got? As I ask, like clear in my boxer shorts, I got those socks with the garters on them.
Yep.
Got a clear paunch and hang down mustache, but ruining through some other guy's belongings. Maybe he has a pair of pants. Who knows?
Well, you open the large carpet bag and it's stuffed to the gills with cash. Bankrolled $100 bill stacks.
Oh damn! Didn't find nothing. Close that. Take this with me.
Well, I was going to say I was going to go downstairs and try and find Scruffy. So
Okay, Scruffy
maybe
is
the doctor
standing at the bottom of the stairs. Yeah.
Hey, did you have a thing as well?
I check underneath the money in case there's like more money.
No.
So, but nothing else that is not money underneath the money.
Nope, not at all. Just bankrolled stacks of $100 bills. A lot of them.
Right. I put on my hat and I'll be like, "I'll be seeing you."
Still in your boxers.
Yep.
Just your hat.
I'll buy new pants.
No, as I say, I was coming downstairs to find Scruffy. So, hey, did you also have a thing?
Scruffy has seen some stuff tonight.
Well, I think it came from the room above us. I don't know whether we want to just check out or go and investigate.
As I'm coming down the stairs, I overhear this. I'm like, "Done investigating. Let's check out."
All right, reach over.
Did you find? All right.
He's got his hat on. He's probably got a white T-shirt and boxers, no shoes, and this large.
Oh no! I have my boots on. That's the only.
and
other
your
thing
boots. Sorry.
I still have, for whatever reason, the socks with garters though. Down into the boots. Can't have them scrunching down into the bottom of the boots. That would be terrible. Actually, I do remember that being terrible. So,
Yeah.
So boxers, undershirt, carpet bag, hat, boots. I'm good. Let's go. Who's driving?
Desk clerks. We can't give you a rebate for early checkout, sir.
That's fine. I got my rebate.
Doesn't our car not work?
Yeah, your car's in the shop until tomorrow afternoon sometime.
Time to hitchhike. Let's go. See if there's an Uber. Check your phones. You got them newfangled phones, son. Do that Uber summoning trick you got.
I invoke Uber summoning. We've already had so many summoning things.
All right, yeah, you put out a request on the Uber network. You don't get an immediate response because it's something like 1 in the morning, around 1 in the morning or so. Get a ping. Someone says, "Oh, I'll be there in 30 minutes." Blue Honda. How many?
You guys coming with?
I guess.
Awesome.
All right, let's have everybody make perception checks.
Are we no longer negatives?
No more negatives.
I pass.
Okay. Richard? Oh, you did.
Yeah. No, I'm just in it now. Yeah, I
There it is,
passed.
okay.
It's just I couldn't remember
Everybody
what
passes.
it was, so.
That goo.
No, that was something else. I think wasn't it earlier roll, Stevens?
Yeah, I rolled 15.
Yep,
Okay,
15,
cool.
13, 14.
Yeah,
Everybody
passes.
passed. So that goo on the stairwells that was smelling so bad seems to be reforming.
Dag nabbit. Consternation of the highest sort.
Slowly,
Ah,
but it seems to be.
let me go get my equipment. As
I didn't seem
go-
to like salt, so I don't know. Maybe salt it down. Is it a slug? Hey, you've got slug infestation or something.
Oh,
You know-
well, the owners they didn't pay for their extermination contract, so we don't have any extermination folks. I mean, just I don't know, slug. There's some salt in the kitchen.
Also get soap flick. See if that works.
There was salt in the bar as well for the margaritas.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, if you want to salt it down, that seems to keep it from reforming.
Fantastic. Well, partners, it seems that we're on a bit of a wait. So let's go mosey up to room 610 and see if what was going on up in there. Maybe there's another bag.
I suddenly think about what's going on, and I rush upstairs.
Yes.
And salt down the other one, which is coming back as well now.
You get there just in time as one of the tentacles was starting to form.
Oh, don't want that. Go away. Salt.
I will up after them.
Well, Scruffy, you are supposed to be cleaning up our messes. It's kind of your job.
He's not wrong.
I clean the building. I don't come out on things.
Don't you? Don't you?
I'm hired by the restaurant. Scruffy works for the restaurant, for the Cho-Chos.
Uh-huh. I take out a roll of hundreds or whatever. I'm like, you're hired for the night.
So I pocket it. Right, time for Scruffy's break.
Don't worry, Scruffy. We got a car coming.
Oh yeah, I am a lot.
So let's see about this. What sort of equipment does Ghost Be Gone give us that we could conceivably be equipping ourselves with?
What would you like?
A gun. Not a
Generally,
special ghost gun.
Doesn't. Yeah,
just
generally,
a 38
Ghost Be Gone,
special.
it doesn't do that. But I tell you what, high-low, roll a d100.
Awesome. Let's go for it. Do I choose or
yeah,
high roll.
high or
All
low,
right.
then roll a d100.
Hi. That is a 71.
Okay. Did you say high or low before you rolled it?
I'll roll again. Still high.
Oh, you said high. Okay.
Yeah,
No. Yes,
you
you have a pistol. Whether it's
So-
registered legally or not, we'll leave it up to your character's discretion. But you have a pistol.
It's a grandfather gun. It's it's an actual old Colt 45 Peacemaker.
Oh wow. Okay. No serial number on that one. No, sir.
Actually, I think they did have serial numbers just because Colt was did that.
All right, you have a gun.
So now I have a white undershirt, boxers, a pistol belt, socks with garters, a boots, and a hat. I'm good.
There's trousers. They're right over there. You could put them on. No? No.
What are you talking about, son?
No.
What are trousers for?
He's got S-less
Sure
chaps, and the rest of it's also not
You're
there.
right. But you're right. It's a bit chilly out. I put on my vest. There's just a buckskin
Yeah.
vest. Still in boxers. Blue
Okay.
blue and white stripes.
So what do you want to do?
We're going up to 16.
Collect. Provided we've all got some salt or something with which to arm ourselves with. And yeah.
Like a gun.
Yep.
Like
there
a
were
gun.
boxes of salt in the kitchen, and yeah, the doctor has a gun because
Pop by the cleaning card up on the way past, just sort of see what my janitorial.
I might
level
actually
tells
be
me
more of
to
a veterinarian.
the
Never
the cleaning
actually
cart
checked.
is all tipped over and is covered in slime because it was rammed into the creature. But yeah, there are some various solvents and stuff in there. So you heard what room number she was in. It's the floor above you, the room directly above your room.
We checked that one anyway because that's where the slime came from.
So the door's locked. How do you want to open the door?
Blam, blam.
I
Oh,
want to shoot the lock.
I'm just going to talk it open again. Can do that.
All right. So even though I already made the sound effects, Bert just
The
kept
locks
set
No, you
up
can
and
do
said,
not have Amazon Alexa installed. You cannot confuse Alexa to open the door.
Hey, no, if you want to shoot, I'm all for
Oh
it.
yeah, absolutely. I'm sure.
Or a subterfuge is also the pickpocketing and pick locks and sneaky
Yeah,
skill
That's
as well.
effectively what he's doing. He's just saying,
Yep.
I'm talking it.
Yeah, go ahead. Somebody do something with the door.
What would you like for me to shoot the door with? Ranged combat?
If you really want to shoot the door, okay, it's ranged combat.
Hey, you said
Awesome.
it. That's great.
I had the sound effects. Guys, come
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
It's what's more adventurous. It's also faster. Come on.
Next time I would just walk
You
up to the door and
fail.
go blam blam and see if it opens.
I did not fail. That door is totally shut. It just that lock is very
And you
strong.
rolled a 1. So there's no critical successes or failures as far as I can see, other than does it say that a 1 always fails? No, it does not. Okay, you just failed to open the door. You shot the door. You just didn't shoot it in the lock.
I'm sorry. I've been drinking. Take another drink.
I'm just going to reach out and just see if the door opens anyway.
No, it's locked.
No, it is locked.
Oh, maybe it
It
might
is
be.
locked.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
All right.
What
Okay.
kind of lock is well? He's going to pick it open.
I
Is
point
it
at
a
it and go blam blam. Finger
keypad
guns.
or-
Subterfuge to open. Pick it open.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing on the other side of the door, whatever it is, now knows that there are people on the other side. So,
Yeah,
soon as I
but
bend
it was
down
on
to
the
pick it,
other
the
side
lock.
of the door. It ain't happy.
well, no, but as soon as I bend down to pick the lock on the door, I expect, a spike or something to come out of the keyhole and stab me. So,
But
be
I do
aware
know
of
that.
that.
No, as you sort of crouch down near the thing, I just kick it right beside your head and cause the door to fly.
Well, between all of us, it opens.
Okay. It does open. It opens about 2 inches, and it seems like there is something shoved up under the doorknob on the other side. And you can see in well enough to see that they had taken the perfunctory office chair and had shoved it up underneath the doorknob. You can also see that there is a mess of goo in the rough shape of a body on the floor. Not a body, it's just like the body melted, and that's the goop that fell through the floor.
Right.
There's also a really large, old-looking book on the floor as well.
Given that
Don't
this
worry, we can burn that.
door has been shot, are there holes in the door? Can we push the chair out of the way
Yep.
through the
Sure.
I'm trying to push the chair anyway.
Yeah. Push the chair out of the way, come into the room. She had drawn some chalk symbols on the floor. Looks like she was in the, right in the midst of doing something with that book when Well, it either went wrong or
Or
maybe
very
very
right.
right. Who knows?
I mean, we're Ghost Begone, but do we know anything about demons? No.
Yes,
Not
you
demon
have in
begone.
fact encountered demons in the past. How much you know is based on your knowledge.
Rolls from all of us? Or
I mean,
All
yeah,
right.
can we
Yeah,
roll to see
yeah.
what's happened, to see if we can work out what she was attempting? That's what
Yep.
I'm looking for, I guess.
I know.
Good. Do you?
Cleaned up that before.
I mean, even if you didn't know, you can.
Sorry, I need to put
I
on
also
my
know.
glasses.
Or at least I claim I know.
Yeah.
I know what she was doing. Come on, it's obvious. But you can
Yeah.
explain it for the doctor over here who doesn't know.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
Scruffy's
need
cleaned
to
up
get
this
my
mess before.
glasses. I got my boots and my hat, the important things, as well as my gun. I did not put on my glasses, however.
Oh,
Did everybody
We
fail
idiots.
the knowledge roll?
No,
Seamus made it.
Scruffy.
Scruffy did.
Scruffy made it. All right. Scruffy recognizes some of the symbols. It was their glyphs of protection. This person had put a protective circle around her. As well, that's a pretty good roll. You recognize the book that's on the ground too. It is the Ars Goetia, which is a book detailing the various minions of hell and how to summon them.
Yeah. The restaurant downstairs had like 3 copies of that book.
Yeah, I mean, how do you think they got all that free meat?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Does she have a nice open carpet bag anywhere nearby?
Not immediately. You want to look around?
Sure.
Yeah, it's in the bathroom. It's also got like various colored candles, some lighters, some incense,
This bag is far less interesting.
and a squirt bottle of Febreze.
I take that. An aerosolized scent decenter seems like a ranged weapon to me.
Mm.
I hook it on the opposite side of my gun belt to my gun.
Scruffy, to figure out what the book is, I assume that you pick it up so that you can at least read the spine and look at the book. And you find that there's lots of bookmarks in it. It looks like the most recent one, or at least the one that the book is kind of fallen open to, is in fact a spell to unsummon or destroy things called crawling ones.
she was just trying to make sure she had a clean bed and there were no bed bugs in there. And it all gone wrong. Oh.
When the Febreze doesn't cut it, you've got to bring out the black candles, the chalk, and the spell book. It's the only thing left after the Febreze doesn't work. You can understand her need.
Oh, while Scruffy is looking at the book, I'm just going to look up at the ceiling and just see, is there more slime? I mean, if she
There's
had
some
a
water
protective
damage up there, and someone's not really been doing a good job of cleaning. But other than that, it looks fine.
All right, so it's not as if, I mean, if somebody's got a protective circle, does the protection extend all the way up or not? That's the thing. Could you just drop in from?
Yeah, you never know.
Ah.
It looks like she was interrupted. The chalk, the circle's not complete. The book is outside of the circle. Didn't make it in time, is what it looks like.
Well, are they? Do we know what the crawling one? Well, has Scruffy told us? I can see Scruffy just going, "Yep."
Scruffy's just going
Closing the
through
book.
it's like, oh yeah, there's that recipe for chicken masala. I remember this.
Scruffy doesn't read. You take it.
All right. I got my glasses on now. Let me take a look. This is quite dense. I haven't had to read something like this since veterinary school.
Well, lucky for you, you're a doctor, and it is written in Latin.
Fantastic. Medicine and knowledge are my two highest stats.
Right.
So yeah, sure. I'm fluent in Latin. I'm also like
Mhm.
old or something, so I'm old school. I went to school in the 80s.
Pronounce all the vowels and the V sound like W's.
Okay. So yes, it was opened and heavily thumbed towards what looks like a dispelling or destruction spell.
Is that spell like already partially set up as stated?
Yeah, looking down, looks like she hadn't quite lit all the candles. Oh, that one over there should be black and not white, and that one should be blue and not red.
Does it look like I can complete this?
Yes, it does. Right, and so here's how spells are cast or magic is done in this system. First of all, even looking at a spell causes you to have 1 sanity point added to your total.
Oh, wonderful.
Casting a spell adds 3 permanent sanity points to your character. So after all the sanity goes away, which goes away fairly quickly, as a matter of fact, all of you are back down to 0 sanity at this point.
Okay.
Except for me, who has
except
just
for
looked
you.
at this.
Who's just
Well-
got 1 point.
Do I get it for looking at it originally? If I pass it down?
You didn't look at the spell. You just looked at the book itself.
Okay, cool. I'm good.
Yep. So casting a spell costs 3 permanent sanity points. So instead of them going away, they're just a permanent part of you. The 3 negative points to your rolls go away in just a few seconds, though. So that's the nothing really happens with sanity until you hit over 12.
And what happens then?
Then there's a nice little chart about how you go insane for a little while, and then the chart, the sanity resets.
I'm sure when.
Does the permanent ones reset? Or
Oh
do they
no, it doesn't. I take it back. When you hit 12, you roll on a chart. For every point you have over 12, all of your skills are reduced by that amount until you can get it back under 12. So if it's not permanent, it will eventually go away. But if you ever reach 18, you fall into madness and insanity and roll a d4 to consult the table below, which could be unconsciousness for several days. You permanently can lose that skill point from all across all your skills. Your mind can break and you're lost forever, becoming violent towards everyone around you. Visiting hours between 2 and 4 on weekdays.
That doesn't scare me. I'm a
4,
cowboy.
The character is so twisted they begin to worship the horrors they have seen and become a cultist or even start their own cult. The GM takes control of the character, who now becomes an enemy. So
Still
you don't
that's
want to
fair.
hit 18.
Casting this spell because this spell seems like a good idea for some reason.
All right, so 3 permanent sanity. The character will have attached to them. And then you have to make a knowledge roll to successfully cast the spell.
Oh no! Will you make a knowledge roll?
Let's do it. 18. I have a very high knowledge.
Dang.
Okay.
Yeah.
You successfully cast the spell. And now you see where the Febreze was needed. You have to spritz the air above you with one of the ingredients that's in the Febreze bottle.
Is that so professional?
For some reason, my Latin has a Spanish accent.
There we go. Go figure. I guess. Sure, why not? So something happens as the lines that are drawn on the floor illuminate briefly. All the candles are snuffed out. There is a big burst of sound, and then everything's quiet.
Close the book. Yep. Well, time to go home. Let's see if that cab is here.
Mhm.
Job's done.
Somebody's phone dings. Uber's here.
All right. Well, I mean, are we done here? I mean, the woman was turned into a pile of goo, right?
Good
Mhm.
point. I spray some Febreze over.
Well, you can take a look and see if the covered mess in your room's gotten better,
I
as well as the one on the bottom
suppose.
of the stairs.
Yeah, the goo is all gone. It is the final bits of it are evaporating into the air as you come by.
Another successful case for Gooby Gone.
Are you sure the building's still standing?
We set fire to it as we leave.
Well, I mean, setting fire to the building is the traditional way that Ghost Be Gone solves all problems. Because can't haunt it if it's not there anymore.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Ghost might say, "Oh yeah, hold our beer."
All right.
The night clerk guy, he wanted a copy of this book. Should we give it to him or not?
Oh, you know what?
Buy it.
Why not?
Yay!
We got the other bag. It's all good.
He'll slide you over a small CD case filled with various drugs in return.
All right, close our tab, and if the police come calling, we weren't here.
Why would the police be coming?
No idea.
Oh, I did hear. Was that a gunshot earlier?
Nope. As I say, gun still on hip.
All right. So there we go. You Uber your way the heck out of here with a suitcase full of money that you will not report to Ghost Be Gone upper management, and we'll just take this as a tip, I'm assuming. So on the successful completion of an adventure, you get to earn experience. You can do two things with your experience. You may move a point between your skills, basically improving a skill by taking a point from another. So you're focusing on one thing at the detriment of another. But that means you can break that structure of 2 through 11 by moving a point elsewhere. Or you can increase your hit point by 1, making you hardier and tougher.
Surely the move a point doesn't break the structure of 2 through 11 because you're still going to be.
Well, I mean, you can
your
move.
total is the same, but the distribution is different.
Oh, right, yeah, because you'd move like. Yeah,
yeah, you could have 2 of a number or 2 of 2 numbers, really.
Yep.
I'm
question.
not going to bother because I don't know if we'll ever come back to the system ever again.
Exactly, but I am curious if moving a point into strength would up your hit points.
It does, yeah.
So you could get a 2 for it that way.
You could, because it doesn't say you can't do that because strength is just a skill like any other.
Yeah, but that if you just put a point straight, a hit point, you still keep the same distribution. But if you move a point into strength, you got to take something else out.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's true too. Yeah.
So it balances that way.
Mm-hmm.
So
the only thing we didn't touch on in this was that they do have a short paragraph about vehicles. Vehicles have 2 scores, a top speed and a body. And you divide 10 points amongst them to build your vehicle. Every point in speed gives the vehicle 20 kilometers per hour in speed. The body score is the structure. Once it reaches 0, it's useless. Below 0, it explodes, doing burning damage to everyone inside until they get out. So it does have a small section on what to do with vehicles. But yes, determined. So missing though is how you get your hit points back, because it does not say anything about how you return health.
That's the neat part. You don't.
Yeah.
I would have said. I mean, you can also just say it returns back through there. I think you could also say, however well you do on a medicine roll above 13 is how many points you get back.
Yeah, that would be an easy one to do, right?
Yeah. But, speaking of once. No, you go, Richard.
I was just going to say, but I mean, that does make sense to do that. But
yeah,
I mean, it should give a number as well, like 5, and then an extra 1 for everything above 13, because otherwise, you can just never heal from rolling the medicine check.
Or it's you add 1d12 hit points like you roll for almost everything else.
Yeah, well, that's fair too.
You
a D12 for success, and then maybe a D12 for succeeding, and then a +1 for every point above.
Yeah, maybe it can only be once per time you get hurt. like with
Yeah.
because I'm always just okay, do it once, then do another one, then another one, don't just keep making medicinal rolls. Yeah.
Well, this is meant to be a very light system to
The
take care of both horror and
other
pulp action.
thing I was thinking of, is for that sanity one where you get the -5 penalty.
Mhm.
I was thinking it might actually be if you go first round it's -5, next round it's -4,
Oh yeah,
-3,
counting down until it's all gone. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
that
see
way it's
that.
also not as penalising for as long either.
Well-
it's still a bit of a penalty, but it abates the penalty.
I think that's both a good idea, but also just adds complexity that they're trying to avoid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Either
just
way, you
add
gotta
it to a D3 rather than a D6 because getting that 6 really hurt.
I mean, and this is only the first adventure, so we have no
Mhm.
guarantee that a D6 is the maximum you could lose. I mean, if it was a D10, maybe,
Yeah.
or more.
Each creature actually has a different die value, and then there's
Oh, okay.
circumstances too. So here, let me pop
Yeah.
this on the screen. So this is madness, and that's what happens when you get 12. Here, sanity cost. So a point for reading a forbidden text, discovering a body is 1, suffer a huge scare is 1, taking more than 8 points of damage is 2, witnessing something grisly is 2.
I should have taken some sanity damage from being injured then.
Yeah.
My body.
I mean, that actually makes a
body.
certain amount of sense.
Yep. Actually, in looking at it again, it also doesn't tell you. Not only does it doesn't tell you when your hit points renew, but it also doesn't tell you when your sanity renews. But does make a differential between permanent and non-permanent. So, oh, here it is. Can be restored at a rate of 1 point per day of complete rest, unless it's permanent. Then you're stuck at that score and vulnerable. So it does say that for sanity.
Okay. Yeah, it's a one page. You only going to get so much into it. It's only got so much mechanics down.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's so it's 6 total pages of rules, a couple of pages of some sample creatures, and then a couple of pages of like a short adventure. It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad.
For one shots, it's perfectly serviceable. I don't really see it as anything more than that because the sanity does seem a little harsh. But that's also in line with most systems in this genre. I always think the sanity's a little bit harsh. Because
I like the fact that it uses the D12. I like my D12.
Just give out more the X's and the BX system then.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, it's on drive-through. It's by Farsight, written by Jonathan Hicks. It's just a few bucks. So yeah, there it is. Nightstalkers, done. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Actually, before we do that, Richard, are you streaming tonight?
I will be streaming in about just over 3 hours. Yes, it's point and click Sunday, so I'll be doing a point and click game here on Twitch.
Oh, which one?
At the channel of LMTDTMFFR. Or say it with me now.
Limited time offer.
No
No
vowels. Indeed.
In which game?
I think we're going to be doing the Shiva today, which is What Did I Games game.
Yeah.
I think that'll be fun to look at.
One of my favorites are the point and clicks. I really like their games.
They
good
do
storylines.
What Did I do? Good games.
Yep. Jameis's blog is now thrown out there as a link.
Yep.
And apparently I wasn't getting updates to your blog because I didn't subscribe to it or something because it just kept telling me that.
know how. I think whenever I look at the subscribe thing on my blog, half the icons are broken anyway, so I don't know.
But if you actually go there, it will show all the new blog posts. Steven, you got anything you want to plug?
Nope. I am Dr. Stetson Vaquero signing off.
With a bag of money. And drugs. Yeah,
that's just fun.
My social links are there. Just go to BlueMagicBLUMAGIK.com. All of our social media links are there. Our Discord channel is there, and almost 16 years worth of podcasting goodness. Yeah. Now we can say goodbye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.